Hi, my name is John Fazio, and if you're watching this video, then you're considering doing a short sale. So what is a short sale? How does one get a short sale completed and approved and to the closing table in the minimum amount of time and with the minimum amount of stress and lost nights of sleep? And then why in the world would anybody want to do a short sale to begin with? Well, a short sale is where you pay the bank some amount by actually selling your property, and you pay them less than what you owe them on your mortgage. So why would the bank take less than what's owed on the mortgage? Well, let's say that you are in a situation where you bought your property at the top of the market in that particular real estate area, and it's now worth less than it was when you bought it. Meanwhile, you've gotten behind on payments because you've had some financial, things come up. So you're in this unenviable situation where your property is only worth $1 million, but you owe 1.5. When you're in that situation, your problem is also the bank's problem. They would really like to get all that interest they're entitled to, or believe very strongly they're entitled to, and get the 1.5. But if they take the property back, it's only worth $1 million, and the bank isn't able to just so easily get what the market value of the property is in an arm's length deal the way you can, because they're going to have to do a sheriff sale and clear all these liens that are on the property. And the other bidders at the sheriff sale might only want to pay 60% of what the property's worth. Or they've got to take back the property in a REO, then go to the additional step of getting you out. Then do the additional step of making repairs to get the property into the point where it can qualify for a certificate of occupancy, or where it's otherwise up to the par level of other properties in the area. Put it on the market with a realtor and get it sold. And it's still going to show up as an REO, so people are still going to consider it a distressed property and pay less than full value and expect a bargain. So the bank has to compare, apples and oranges here, right? The apple is this market arm's length sale that you're going to accomplish through a realtor while you're still owning the property, and they may not really even be all that keenly aware of the fact that it's a foreclosure. Or oranges, where they're getting the property back through the foreclosure process, and somebody's only willing to pay a deeply discounted rate off of the already underwater value. So now we know what a short sale is, and we've talked a little bit about why it's a deal that the bank actually will be very happy to hear that you're interested in making them. It's like, make me an offer I can't refuse. How can the bank refuse an offer where you're going to sell the property for $1 million, and now we're going to talk about why you are doing that, but you're going to sell it for $1 million and pay all the closing costs and all the other liens, and the $800,000, all the money that's available from that sale, you're going to give to the bank on a silver platter. And you're going to do it, granted, they're going to give you a bunch of time to effectuate this sale. You're going to do it on a timeline where there's some certainty. And banks love certainty. They hate not knowing when things are going to happen, not knowing what the ratios are. They like to analyze and plan out every single detail. So, now, you're asking yourself, great. And there's this hypothetical situation where I can pay less than I owe, but am I the type of person, am I in the type of situation where that's a good value for me? So, it's not a good value for somebody who wants to do home retention and keep their home. They want to save their home, keep their kids in the district, grow old with their spouse. They want to stay put. They want to keep their home. Their home is their castle. But if you've already tried home retention and you're running out of options to do that and you're running up against a brick wall, then doing a short sale is so much better than the alternative of having your house sold out from under you on the courthouse steps and then fighting to avoid eviction. And the reasons are because it gives you a lot of time. You control the process throughout, and you get to use that time to make sure that you land on your feet and get into a good situation at the end of the sale when you make your move. It's also really the ideal strategy for people who have a situation that otherwise might put them into bankruptcy. So there are groups of people for whom short sales are a really great tool. If you have a home equity line of credit, tax liens for property taxes, state tax liens for income taxes, business debts for merchant cash advances or other business debts that are attaching to your real property, then you might be able to get all these different creditors who are counting on getting a pound of flesh out of you on the day when you sell your home to take something rather than nothing. You can go back to each one of them and say, hey, look, here's what we've got coming out of this short sale. And I'm going to propose a number that we think the bank is going to take, and we're going to get the bank to approve, and then we're going to pay you something at the closing to settle up on our debt. And so you might be able to get rid of 3, 4, 5. We've seen many liens taken care of in a short sale. Lastly, if you are somebody who cares about your credit because you're a business owner, then you're going to really want to have your credit remarks be something that allows you to get business credit, and you're going to want your credit remarks to be something that probably, because you're going to be interested in home ownership, that allows you to purchase a home and qualify. So you can negotiate in the short sale process for remarks like, the debt was satisfied, paid as agreed, things like that for each one of these creditors that had some kind of judgment or lien, rather than, whatever they decide to put on your credit report. All right. So we talked about what a short sale is, how you do a short sale and get one to the finish line, and who the short sale really is designed for. So if you have any questions, we would love to represent you and to help you to get your short sale closed. Give us a call at 201-529-8024 or email me, fill out one of these web forms, or go to our website and look for our contact information, and we'll be happy to go through each and every one of your options and all the ins and outs of a potential short sale with you to see if it's the right move for you and your family. Thank you so much.